Hello and welcome back. In this video, we are going to look at disconnection and different applications. So, what is simple? To carry out the disconnection, you can use the menu buttons where we have disconnect customer and recovery statement. So just like we have in the bill delivery forms and the posting collection, etc., we simply provide the account number, search the customer, confirm, and impute the form and submit. So, but in this case, we're going to also carry it out based on the DT hierarchy. So you click on the DTs and click on DT list. You select the DT you are working on and bring out all the bills uh, on that DT. So you click on all bills or meter number. So we just scroll down. So we already have a disconnected and a pending. So let's go on with this guy where we have disconnect customer. So click on that. So on the form, use activities, then optional remark and click submit. So the activity is submitted successfully. So what we'll do now is we'll go back to the first screen, the screen on the right, which is the nice month, and we move on activities. So as you can see, we have two activities, and as I'm assuming, that will be the first customer here on the bills, and the second one, as you can see, Adam and some Abu Bakr Ibrahim. So next, what we expect the linesman to do is to execute these disconnections. So let's start with the first one. So by clicking on the context, you can see execute. When you click on execute and you confirm your the location and the task is carried out, you click. So the event is submitted successfully and it is supposed to indicate to us that now this customer is under disconnection. The customer is disconnected. So what we'll do next is so when we go back to the marketers view, then we can scroll down. There it is our customer. So while while the linesman can monitor and escalate the disconnection, we can see that the marketer can do all that and an additional reconnection task that he can click on. So so let's look at the monitoring from the linesman perspective, and the idea is to monitor an active disconnection until the reconnection process is initiated and carried out. So you can have as many monitoring on a disconnection as possible. So anyway, let's move on and try the reconnection, which can only be carried out, of course, a on an active uh, disconnection. So the first thing you would want to do is enter the amount paid for the connection, which is optional, and then you click the plus button over here to enter the amount paid by the customer, because you cannot set for the connection without indicating an amount paid by the customer that is viable for the reconnection to be carried out. So in order to have a straightforward reconnection process, we're going to impute an amount equal to the amount that is billed the customer. So after adding the amount and optional contact and then optional remark, click submit. So our reconnection has been sent successfully. So let's go to the linesman view. So what we would want to so as you can see here, we have the pending reconnection that is waiting for the action of uh, the linesman. So we simply click on execute, just like the disconnection, and optional remark and submit. And that's it. We have successfully disconnected and connected a customer on the FFM application. So the last thing that we should. So what we will do now is we will explore the activities report from the perspective of the feeder manager. So as you can see, this is the dashboard of the feeder manager. So what we'll do now is we'll click on logged disconnections so that we can review the activities carried out. So after it finished loading, as you can see, we don't have much of activities there. So you can see these are the confirmed disconnection that has been carried out, and the feeder manager can simply double click here and he can review the full detail of everything that's been carried out, who did what, when, where, and the reason why the action was carried out. So that's all for this connection. So see you in the next video.